Hi, I'm the WanderingNewbie, and it's time for more Record Keeper. Today, we have another Torment. This time, it is the Feast of Souls, the FF7 Torment. This one is going to be a little rough for me. Mainly because I don't have a lot of cool tools for 7. I actually have a lot of breaks overall, just nothing that really stands out as fantastic. Oh, this might be bad. So, this team isn't really tested for, or built for, the big encounter. Let's see how this plays out. It's quite obvious that I might be in a bit over my head. Maybe Wind Slash will do more damage. Ah, they're vulnerable to wind. That's good now. Now, we have 4 waves of trash, so we're actually fine to use a couple more uses of Runga. But what this does actually mean is we may have to retreat and regroup and just sort of hitting away until this first encounter isn't an Ahriman. Since the Ahriman do kind of prove troublesome to our exact setup. Yeah, this I can deal with. But we do want to stumble step them. And poke them with somebody else. Yes, there we go. That's the good damage. There is an extent of this dungeon that we do want to sort of work our way through. Main reason for that being we do need to build bar on Kate'Sith and Aerith before we actually hit the boss. Alright, so we've actually hit there. hit the requirement on 2 of the characters. Getting pretty close on Yuffie as well. Again, Yuffie is going to be a key component to keeping our team alive in the coming boss fight. I'm not actually familiar with what the sweeper does. Huh. Hello. But this is Dungeon Set 5. So we will actually probably stall out here just a bit. Okay. That's good. And we will time this right about there. And that should set us up pretty perfectly for the boss fight. With a little bit of extra damage right at the end there. I should have mentioned this earlier, but we are wearing mostly instant KO resist because this boss actually does a lot of percentile damage. Specifically, the flames once they possess somebody. Jesus. All right, there we go. Finally, it calmed down. Perfect. There we go. Now we can do the fight. Now, with the way I did it, maybe not the optimal way, because like you would actually want your Aerith or whoever you're doing your silence with to hold a turn, because the mind on the flames is actually a little high. They can really mess you up pretty quickly. There we go. My Magicite are, of course, giving me some nice wind boosts, some nice fire protection. Spicy. And some nice double casts. No. It is supremely obvious, maybe, by this point, that I am getting by on the merits of what's the word I'm looking for here? My Magicite and my Hones. There we go. If not for those, I probably wouldn't be able to pull this off. And also, yeah, it's a lot of, myself included, forget that G Nakai is a boss. D-Barrier. Possibly one of the worst things the boss does, because it has just removed our Shelga. That is exactly as bad as it sounds. Yup. Well. We're going to see how far we can get without debuffs. It is extremely unfortunate that those, but like you're seeing why now I said it's actually generally in your best interest to hold a turn before casting that Seal Evil, because Aerith was able to get 2 turns off before they got a turn, and they just pulled out that nastiness right before the end. No. Believe it or not, that's actually probably the best move. Very lucky. One of the worst things that can happen at this point is having one of the characters that's possessed get killed. The flames will stay inside of the possessed people for pretty much the rest of the encounter until actually, there might be a certain duration of turns. Not 100% sure on that one, but they stay in there for most of the encounter, at least until I die. Only popping out if the person dies, and once they do, they begin casting some extremely nasty spells that we don't want to mess with. Debuffs are extremely starting to wear off. That's where Clear as Tranquil comes in. I'm Magicite. Magicite is extremely strong. I farmed a lot of Fenrir in preparation for this. Nope, 2 down. Might just get this, though. Oofa! It was close. I might not get Mastery, actually. Yep, I'll take it. And for reference, this is how leveled up my Magicite are after this one. Right here, after this. It didn't show them. But I have some 99s on there. And 280s. They're pretty leveled up. Alright, there we go. It'll all be good in a little bit, because as soon as we get Yuna up and going, we'll be taking out waves real fast. We're just going to life siphon with Lunith at the beginning a bit. Not too much, because eventually we need to start building up his wind. What's it called? Like, we need to hit enough times with the wind move for him to deal good damage with that OSB. And of course, Yuna, just wonderful, wonderful damage from Yuna, always. Star of the show. And it's time for the star to steal the stage. Unfortunately now we have to resort to normal ass moves. Until Yuna can build up her bar again. Alright, what wave is this? This should be 4? 5, okay. It's an easy wave. Alright, I think Shout may have worn off by this point. We can take a little bit more of this to start building up, and then we can have Yuna clear out the last wave. We have Sentinels. Yuna summon first before hitting Blade Blitz for that reason. Perfect. Everything is pretty much in line. You're good to go. You're extremely good to go. And now we play the waiting game. Kind of. We play the build up to punching something in the face game. Do I still have Shell up? Let's heal the Frolic for now, first. Then we can cast Shell next turn. Yeah, unit's fantastic for trash. Star of the show. We need Lunith to use about, well, we can actually see how much this does now. Yeah, that wasn't gonna last long. It's all right. Actually. Yeah, that's the big scary thing, is that we're not full breaking the ads, though. Yuna kind of looks at that and goes, "Who needs, like, what's healing? I just make people that I touch them and they're full. I never knew that wasn't targeted." If you kill the flames, do they respawn? No, it's just that they have way too much goddamn health. They just have like so much health. And it's just overall really not worth it. Now these do count as wind elemental moves on Lunith, so once we get to the point, we'll just start blowing up G unit in the back there. Once we do the move. Oh right! You take away my Shelga. Thank God on the following turn you cast gravity every time. Okay, alright, they're taking over, which means we're mostly safe now. As long as nobody dies. But yeah, the silence one guy, like silence both of them for the duration that they're out strategy doesn't super work in the 250 because the boys just have too much goddamn mind. and oh yeah, I don't have to click anymore. And as such, like, you try and silence them, and they immediately break out after a couple turns. Oh god. Everything is pretty much wearing off all kind of at once, and Lunith is really on his last leg. It's Lunith's really low resistance stat super working against him. Christ almighty, leave him alone. For those not to know, Lunith just has like an a very low resistance stat for some reason. Very high armor, but super low resistance. But it begins. Not this time. Those misses are, of course, the flames that have possessed people trying to use their gravity attack on the people that they've possessed. But yeah, we said no. Actually, I think not. You know, I don't have a Medica right now, and I'd rather not have it fall apart here in the 11th hour. So I think we'll just have, you know, get our good buddy Enkidu out here. Your friend and mine. I think this will be the turn. This is the turn that kills him. Nice. Welcome to Fiesta. Criminal Shin's Fiesta. 1,000 years of Criminal Shin's dancing. What more could you want? Oh hey, there we go. Perfect. Now, these two pass again. soon as we get this off, we'll have enough whatever up. The maximum attack that Yuffie's going to get, so we can use her instant Medica as we see fit. Which isn't a bad idea to just get rolling. A little early on that gust, but I'll live. Probably. That's targeted. Oops. It's a little missed damage. If I end up running a little short, we'll know why. Hey. Yep, there we go. There's our damage. This is in fact the 300. Or as I like to refer to it as the incredible budget build. First successful run, like one that actually got started. This build has a lot of failure to hit with what's it called? Seal Evil at the beginning. It's going to be an upward battle until we can get the boss weak. One of the unfortunate things about this build is that we are in fact relying on the roaming warrior for part of our buff. So eventually, we just don't have some of our damage. We're getting Enkidu out here. Enkidu's gonna give us a little bit more damage. Survivability isn't an issue in this fight. It's definitely gonna be getting to the end. Oh, halfway. The sooner this boss goes weak, the better. Wow, I should have been using Enkidu from the beginning. Just bonus damage. Alright, so we'll keep that in mind. Somebody should definitely summon Enkidu really early in the fight. Whenever I pause like that, it's me, like, actually, it's just me trying to process things in my head. Like, what do I need to do on this turn? What do I need to do on that turn? Oh shit. This might actually happen. This might actually happen. Oh, piss. Are you kidding me? Of all the things. I actually went long enough for them to pop out. Oh, come on! Oh my god, it's happening. Okay, whatever. Get him! Get him, Alphanod! Fuck him up! I cannot fucking believe! Wow! Do you believe in miracles? Jesus Christ. Wow. That just goes to show you, you can have jack and shit. You can pull it off if you just have the right one thing. Alphanod did 75% of that boss. Christ. I can salute these fine soldiers. So that was the FF7 Torment. That was probably going to be the roughest Torment for me. Probably. Without actually seeing the other Torments, because 7 is my weakest realm. Far and away. Worst. Just outstandingly terrible in 7. And somehow I pulled it off. Thank you for the follow. Next time, we'll see FF4. And, you know, I'm marginally better in that one. But, because of the gimmick of those fights, might still prove a bit difficult. So, I'll see you then.